Hey, well, this is Zacchaeus with another live word of the day. God bless for tuning in. God bless for tuning in. And for those tuning in for the first time, I thank you. And for those who've been consistently support me, I thank you as well. Well, today, I want to talk about God making us the head and not the tail. God providing for us. And right now, I have on display a young lady, a young woman that been going through a tough time with her employment. And this takes place a few weeks ago. This video on TikTok actually went viral, and it takes place in Florida. In Florida, where the cost of living is high, just like New York, but the wages is low for the employment. For certain employments, the wages is low. For some employments, and this lady literally walked off her job. She literally walked off her job because she was frustrated and she was aggravated and she just going through some tough times. You see, in the land of Disney, in Orlando, Florida, in certain job positions, the wages are low. The cost of living is high, but the wages that the employees get paid is pretty low. I know, and when you go to most people when they go to Orlando, Florida, they think about the Walt Disney World or think about going to the big Universal Studios and those big attraction parks. That's the main attraction in Orlando, Florida is Disney. But they don't know the half of what the hotel workers go through, and the other staff members go through, and as far as being paid on what the employers all over Florida, some parts of Florida, certain parts of Florida, where the wages are very low. Maybe all of Florida, because the cost of living is a little high. Certain things you still could get for a reasonable price, but the cost of living is a little high. But the wages are low. Your cost of living, your wages that you get paid as an employer are pretty low. So as DeSantis a few months ago sent the immigrants that was sent over to Florida, Governor DeSantis, Ron DeSantis, sent them to New York City, send them on a journey to New York City, and saying that they no longer need employers they no longer need the immigrants in Florida. So what he do? He send them away to New York City and Chicago and LA, all the major cities. So now the people in Florida, employees in some of the restaurants, a lot of the restaurants in Florida, and some of the hotel workers, and just some of the employment is understaffed and low pay and understaffed. So meaning that they're working double times harder than usual because they're understaffed, but yet they receive low wages. And this is what's going on. So I'm gonna play this video and tell me what you think. This is a lady that's expressing herself and what she went through during this time. Check this out, y'all.
I'm no stranger to hard work, and I don't mind working by myself. But when there's someone else scheduled and I see that I'm the only one doing things, and then you come and you hunt me down to go do something that you don't want to do, like clean the outside bathrooms, I'm not going to put up with that. I'm just not. Like, no one deserves to be treated like that. I especially don't deserve to be treated like that. I'm sorry that they scheduled you and you asked for time off. I'm sorry, but you don't get to put that on me. Like, that's not my issue. I have no problem doing the work that was set out. I'm just not going to be the only person doing it. And then on top of that, running around like a chicken with its head cut off because no one has properly shown me how to get around this 20-floor hotel. Oh, this is where this is located. Now let's run over here. Oh, this is where this is located. Now let's run over here. Meanwhile, majority of what you're telling me is in Spanish. And I mean, like, I know a little bit of Spanish. I can understand a little bit. You know, like, I'm not stupid. Technology is amazing. I don't mind using Google Translate. I don't know what to do anymore. I don't.
Gets frustrated
Like, I
after a
don't
while.
think that anyone at my big old fucking ripe age should have to
Excuse the
fucking feel
language.
like this, dude.
Yeah.
I just want a job where I go to work, clock out, and that's it. That's all I want to do. I just
Frustration.
want to do my job and I want to go home to my kids. I don't want to work, but if I have to work, I shouldn't be abused at my job. I just shouldn't. So I just walked out of that job because
So, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. She walked out of that job. Most people would say that it was not smart of her to walk out of the job. It's not, because she has kids to feed. She has kids to feed, and at times at your job it can get, at certain jobs. Now, I can't say for everybody, but at certain times in your job it can get things can get sticky. Things can get rough. And like she said before, the supervisor yelled at her, speaking in Spanish, and she didn't. She's working hard. I bet you she's been there for a long time. But that's why I always emphasize and I always say, think about your future, think about your investments. Use your job to fund your business. Use your job to fund your investments to make income for yourself. What it don't matter what it is. They have a lot of apps out there. There's an app called Stash. There's Acorn. There's many little platforms where you can save your money from the job that you're frustrated. Save your money, and then when you save up a good amount, invest in a business, or maybe an online business. There's online businesses that don't cost so much money. It's not like a brick and mortar business. You can invest in an online business that can make you a stream of income. You don't have to stay there and just be frustrated, aggravated, and disgusted. There's some bosses that abuse you, misuse you, especially when you're understaffed and they don't understand you. She said she understands a little bit of Spanish, but she's still getting the end of the stick. That's why I always advise people, if you're frustrated at your job, change the directory. Try to invest in something that can help you along the way. Try to get into a passion so it can take your mind off of what you got to go through at your job. Or if you're just unhappy where you're working, I don't suggest what you do what she does. She left out of frustration and she quit her job. No, but use that same job to fund your passion. Use that same job to fund whatever you're doing and to monetize your passion. There's many tools out there to monetize your passion, and there's YouTube, there's different things that can monetize your passion. In 2023 and beyond, you don't have to stay at a job and take aggravation, or there's trade schools out there. Maybe save up your little money, use apps like Stash, or use some investment formulas like Charles Schwab and or Acorn, and you can save your money through these small apps. Save up your money and invest in courses, invest in trade schools, invest in a small online business that can make you a stream of income. You don't have to stay and take the abuse. You don't have to stay and be mistreated. And you are a person that's as you're a person at their job and you're aggravated and you're frustrated. You don't have to stay there and take the abuse. There's other ways you can, I turn it around and fund your passion. Use the job to fund your passion so when you leave, you're out of there. You don't have to stay and take the abuse. No, you don't, ladies and gentlemen. There's many ways that you can do. Don't just get up and leave. Especially when you have kids, it's a risky thing you're doing. I don't suggest that. Get up and just leave a job like that, especially if you have no other source of income coming in. I don't know if she have any other source of income coming in. I heard she just got up and she said, I left my job. Today I left my job. I don't know if she has another source of income coming in. That's what I'm trying to express. I don't know. But there's many ways to stash your money. Take that $25, put it away in the Acorn app. Take that $25. You can start with $5. Or start with $25. If you want to be aggressive, start with $50. Every time you get paid, save that money. If you have unemployment, hello, I'm talking to you too. If you're receiving unemployment checks, I know in certain states they give unemployment checks, take $25 out of your unemployment check and stash it away. There's an app called Stash, there's an app called Acorn, and there's other platforms where you can save your money and it can grow. Banks, they don't help you. They don't really help your money grow. That's why I suggest investing in stocks, because that helps your money grow. You put your money in, you buy a stock. You put your money in, you buy an Apple stock. You put your money in, you buy a Tesla stock. You put your money in, you buy a Colgate stock. Your money grows. You see results. So that's why I suggest those platforms, ladies and gentlemen. But if you're going to just up and leave your job, make sure you have a backup plan. Make sure you have another source of income coming in, because the kids gotta eat right now. The kids can't depend on you just getting up and leave. You can't put getting up and leave on your table to feed you. You have to be able to have a source of income coming in, just a backup plan. It's always good to have not a second source of income. It's always good to have a backup plan. Just in case of situations like this, you're aggravated, you're frustrated, you really want to leave, but make sure you're preparing yourself to leave. That's another thing, folks. There's many people complaining on their jobs that they're not being appreciated, or they're underpaid. They're underpaid, like many people, like many co-workers around the country. They're underpaid, there's self-worth, there's no incentive, and you're underpaid. And there's no appreciation for your hard work. There's many things you can do. Save your money and put it away. I'm gonna leave links in the description. Once I finish this video, there's many ways you can be sourceful and also make a stream of income for yourself. Grow it and invest. Grow your income with the platforms I mentioned: Acorn, Stash, these apps, Charles Schwab, Webull. Take your money and put $25 in, and then take and buy just one stock. You can either buy one stock or save your money, invest your money. Every time you get paid, put $25 in, invest your money, watch it grow, and that can be a source of income. And that's a better way of, instead of buying things that doesn't help your money grow, invest in platforms that help your money grow. So the live word today is coming out of Deuteronomy chapter 28 verses 13. The Lord will make you the head and not the tail if you pay attention to the commands of the Lord your God I give you this day and carefully follow them. You will always be never at the top. You'll always be at the top. You'll always be at the top, but never at the bottom. Well, this is Zacchaeus coming to you with another live word of the day. God bless and be safe out there. And if you like what I shared, smash the like button. Also subscribe to my channel, Zacchaeus Gospel. Thank you so much for tuning in. And God bless and be safe out there. And thanks for listening. God bless you and be safe out there. Peace and blessings.